Okay, last video. So we are on page 17 of the packet and we'll get linear inequality application problems. The first thing is we're going to read the problem. Yvette is going to a Halloween party and needs to bring an appetizer. She only has $50 to spend. She decides to make a cheese and grape tray. 1 pound of grapes costs $3 and cheese costs $5 per pound. I'm going to read it again. This time we're going to be underlining. Yvette is going to a Halloween party and needs to bring an appetizer. She only has $50 to spend. She decides to make a cheese and grape tray. 1 pound of grapes costs $3 and cheese costs $5 per pound. So let's read what they're asking us to do. Write an inequality to represent the amount of cheese and grapes Yvette can take in relation to the amount of money she has to spend. Well, cheese and grapes, so we're definitely going to be adding them together. And we know the word per in each of these cases means multiply. So here we're saying that she only has $50 to spend, so whatever she's buying has to cost less than $50 or equal to $50. So say 3x plus 5y. And in this case, you would say let x equal pounds of grapes. Let y equal pounds of cheese. Okay. B. Use the grid below, sketch a graph of the inequality, and state one possible amount of cheese and grapes she could buy. Well, in order to graph, we need to make sure that our inequality is written in y equals mx plus b form. So let's first work with that. So now we have 50 is greater than or equal to 3x plus 5y. We're trying to get y by itself. So let's first state what's happening to it. It's being multiplied by 5, then added to 3x. So the first thing we're going to do is minus 3x on both sides. Okay, and I'm not putting it under the 550 because it's not like terms. It's a subtraction. Okay, and I would have, I'm just going to write it here. 50 minus 3x greater than 5y. I would then have to divide everything by 5. I'm just going to bring it up here so we could see it nice and neat. We would have 10 minus 3 over 5x is greater than or equal to y. Okay, and if we wanted to read it so that y is on the left, we could just flip this and have y is less than or equal to actually, let's put it in the way that we would see it in slope-intercept form. Negative 3 over 5x plus 10. So before we start graphing, let's start identifying some parts. The 10 is our b, or y-intercept. Negative 3 over 5 is our slope, right, or m. Okay, and then we want to really focus on the inequality. So if we're looking at the inequality here, okay, it's going to tell us some things. First, you know that we're going to have a solid line because it is or equal to. This is less than or equal to, so you know the line is going to be solid. So let's start graphing. Okay, in this case here, they already gave us our scaling, so we don't have to worry about that, and we don't have to worry about labeling because they did it already. So our y-intercept, where it crosses the y-axis, is 10. So that's the first one I'm going to plot, 0, 10. Okay. And then we know what the slope is. It's down 3 over 5. So I'm going to go down 3 and then over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to do that again. And again. Okay. Now I know my line's going to be solid. And then which way am I going to shade? Well, I need to use my test point, which is 0, 0. I'm going to plug it back into my original inequality that I created. So that's 50 is greater than or equal to 3x plus 5y. I'm going to substitute. So 50 is greater than or equal to 3. Parentheses 0 plus 5. Oh, this might not fit here. 0. 3 times 0 is 0 plus 5 times 0 which is 0, so it's 0. So this is really 50 is greater than or equal to 0. That is a true statement. So therefore I'm gonna shade in the direction of 0, 0. So that means my shading is going to go here. It means anything in this area will make this inequality true. One last thing they asked to do was to state one possible amount of cheese and grapes she could buy. So you could pick any point. I'm randomly going to pick 5, 6. So I could say Yvette can buy 5 pounds of grapes and 6 pounds of cheese. It's a 5. Okay? Perfectly fine. All right, the next one, which is the last one, which is on page 18, it's just the same way, okay? All right, thank you.